just a few days before that World Championships. Tell me how you're feeling.
I'm excited. It's my first World Champs, so everything's been very exciting. First holding camp situation as well, so it's all learning new things, and it's nice to be out here with the team. It's nice to kind of train in a new place and experience the hot. Has been fun.
Yeah, a lot of firsts. That holding camp,
yeah.
What does it involve this week?
I think it's been nice. Obviously we've got the 4x4, so we've been able to sort of get a bit kind of closer. A lot of us have raced together and trained together before, so it's kind of like it's almost taking ourselves away and putting ourselves into a new situation, which has been great. And yeah, it's lovely to train in the heat. It's lovely to get some amazing facilities and be able to kind of train as a team and help and encourage the rest of the team as well.
Holding camp's all about coming together. Is it particularly important for relay squads where they need to sort of form those bonds and form that understanding you need to get that baton round?
Yeah, I think we as a squad are really close as well. We've always been quite close, and I think that's something that the British relay squads all have. They've got a closeness, and they want each other's individual performances to kind of surpass as well. So I think that's always a nice support.
Yeah, and you obviously had the World Relays nice and early in the season. Did that kind of lay the foundations a little bit? And for yourself as well, you got some racing out there. So how helpful was that so early in what is a long season?
I think it was useful. It's always useful to get in relay practice, I think, and doing things like, for us, it was first kind of shot out at the mixed and seeing how that would go. I think that was very important. For me personally, it was something that I hadn't almost tapered for, because the season was going to be so long. If it all went to plan, it was going to be a very long season. So it was seeing how I would cope with a tough training block and racing at the same time. And and also experiencing Japan ahead of next year was one of my main reasons. I'd never done long haul travel and raced, so that was another thing I needed to kind of learn and experience before, hopefully next year.
So after a big 2018 for yourself, that was kind of the building block that gave you experiences that will help for the challenges, both that we're feeling this week and ahead to the Olympics, you feel?
Yeah, I think everything that I've done between last year, when everything kind of started to progress, and up until next year, we're kind of taking it as learning from experiences, getting yourself into positions where you can learn. If it doesn't go well, you're learning from that anyway. So although for me, like, my season hasn't necessarily gone how I would like it, it has followed the right plan to an extent, because I've learned quite a lot from it this year, probably more so than last year. So I've been able to then take that back, and we can work on that for next year.
So you think actually you've learned a bit more when things haven't maybe gone so much to plan as when they did in 2018? Tell me about some of the lessons you've already taken from the season so far.
I think it's a case of especially when you've had a big year and you've had you're coming off a high of a really successful year in your head, it's always hard, and you're always going to compare yourself to where you were. And I think that's something that I've had to learn a lot more this year, in the terms of my training's been different because the season's been so long. So comparing myself May this year versus May last year, it's a completely different experience, and it wasn't worth doing. And it took a couple of months to kind of get used to that, and being like, May this year is not May last year. It's a very different time of the year. So it's been good. It's been a test in terms of the training plan, trusting in my coach, and trusting that everything we're doing is geared towards peaking at this point, whereas normally I'd be on off season. So it's been a very much a trust process, and being like, I fully put my faith in you, and we'll hope that when it comes to the relays, it comes together.
Yeah, in terms of your role within the squad then, do you think that there's an athlete that's obviously learning more and more about themselves as you go on then? What role do you play in the 4x4 squad?
I think our 4x4 squad is quite dynamic in what we've got. So we've obviously got like the super speedy girls. So we've got our 200 girls that are coming through now and stepping up to some 4s. And then we've also got the likes of Emily and Lavia, who have kind of done the world champs, and Zoe as well. She's obviously been there before. So there's the mix of like the experience and then the new lot. And I feel a little bit like I'm the person in the middle that's got a little bit of experience, in terms of I've done quite a few now for the team, but I haven't done it to this level, and I haven't kind of, obviously first world champs and things. So in that sense, it's kind of like adding in a little bit, but I think it's nice. We're all getting on really well. We all support each other. We all want the individual girls to do well in their own events as well, because at the end of the day, that's why we're here. We're always here to compete individually and then come together as a team and hopefully get a medal.
Do you think it is that blend, that combination that has allowed Britain to sort of edge its way into that sort of relay superpower status, I guess? It's kind of broken in 2017, the first European team to win a medal at World Championship level in the 4x4. Do you think that kind of blend has helped Britain establish themselves in relay?
Yeah, I think so. I think I'm a big believer in success kind of drives on success. So once you see one girl doing something or like running a certain time, everyone else is like, well, I can do that as well, and it kind of spirals from that. And I always think that after London, I mean, I've raced at that London stadium and it's insane. So it was amazing for those girls to be able to do that in London and then kind of back everything else up from that. And I think it's nice to be established. I think the European teams have kind of taken it and stepped up a bit, and that's helped us to then decide to step up a bit as well. So I think it makes it more competitive on a world stage, and it's not always like your Americans that are going to be leading the field now, which is always makes it a bit more interesting, doesn't it?
It does. Just finally, to wear that GB vest at the World Championships with the world watching, what would that mean to you personally?
Oh, it's insane. I like, even now when I put on at any point, no matter what the comp, like putting on the GB vest is such an honour because it's what we work for. Like I train every single day. I do recovery work. I do everything every single day to get to this moment. So I think I'm hoping it won't be too overwhelming, but I think it will be a pretty impressive kind of achievement to tick off. So yeah, I'm excited.